Identify yourself!
I am the Doctor.
Doctor Who?
I'm a time traveller.
I have battled against evil.
I am what stands between you and them.
If I'm very clever, and I'm more than clever, I'm brilliant, I might just save the world.
Oh, look on the bright side, I'm not a Dalek.
The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show!
On BBC Radio 2.
Even the Sonic Screwdriver won't get me out of this one.
I never forget a face.
And in years to come, you might find yourself revisiting a few.
I know this taste.
What? Someone tell me what's going on here.
What do you reckon? Fancy a trip in the box?
We can travel anywhere and everywhere, regardless of space and time.
Welcome aboard.
Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
We have detected David Tennant and Russell T. Davies. Do not adjust your receiving devices.
That was an excellent audio montage.
Watching your faces, listen to that was something.
I want to go back through that with a fine tooth. There's a fan has put that together. That has got some very deep dives
Hannah,
into Doctor Who history.
Who works on the show.
Well done, Hannah.
And Liam, who they are massive
We
Whovians.
could name every clip.
Yes.
We could actually source.
Should we do that as a little quiz?
quite
I'll
like
play
it.
it back to you and we'll see who else can. Yes, two very exciting guests in the studio this morning. Award-winning actor, the 10th Doctor and the 14th Doctor.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, David Tennant.
Hello.
Lovely. Great to see you. We're
So nice to be here.
So excited. And also he is the brains behind some of the best episodes of Doctor Who. Also, brilliant teledramas like It's a Sin, Queer as Folk, Years and Years, and so many more. Russell T. Davies.
Hello, Zoe.
How
Hello,
are
everyone.
you, boys? I'm imagining you're quite busy with the 60th anniversary coming on Thursday and the brand new episodes this weekend.
I know.
We're excited.
Yeah, really exciting. It's really exciting.
You work for all these months, years. It's
Yeah.
taken us a year and a half to get this on air, and we're here at last.
BBC Radio 2. It's the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show.
Listen, or you will be deleted.
I am feeling quite emotional. How can Doctor Who be celebrating 60 years? Russell T. Davies,
years.
David
60.
Tennant with us. Oh, Russell, do you remember the first episodes that you watched as a child?
I am 60 years old, so I remember when I was 3. It's my very first memory of television. It's probably my first memory of life, which is William Hartnell, the first Doctor, regenerating into Patrick Troughton. When I was a little tiddler, I had no idea what was going on. Just a man fell to the floor. But I remember it was terrifying, really spookily terrifying. And did that turn me into who I am now? Here I am, all these years later, recreating that.
I would have thought that little boy there. What was to come?
It's
that
amazing.
influence
And it just
so
goes to show
early.
anyone could do it. Watch the show, you can love it, you can end up running it.
You could end up running
Yes.
it. That's a great thing to think of. It's so very, very true. David Tennant, lots of people asking if you still have a police box in your garden. Do you have a TARDIS in your garden?
I do have a little mini TARDIS, yes.
Okay, how many are we talking? We're talking a mini Anthony's, or can you get
half
in it?
size?
Okay.
I have got in it in the past. It's
After a
not
few.
easy, but I can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold
but its
yourself
door's
in.
kind of hanging off a little bit now. It was handmade.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's, for the kids' Christmas one year. Yeah.
So good. It's so good. Do you remember
indoctrinating
your
first episodes that you kind of watched, David?
Well, weirdly, very like Russell. I mean, I'm a little younger than Russell.
Just a touch.
But just a little. And my first television memory, indeed memories as a human, is John Pertwee turning into Tom Baker. There's obviously something about that moment. That regeneration moment that is sort of magical and mystical and absolutely captured my imagination and led to me having conversations with my parents about TV shows and actors and there's a direct line to watching that to sitting here today.
To where we've got to.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Last night, because now the Whoniverse, you've got 800 episodes of Doctor Who. I thought, I'll just see if I can find. There's this episode that I really remember, The Seeds of Doom, the plant that sort of takes over on some evil. I ended up watching the whole thing. I think it was like 6 episodes.
Amazing.
It was so good. Tom Baker at his finest with Sarah Jane. It's
Sarah
so
Jane.
good. I know Liz
Yeah,
Sladen,
Sladen.
bless her, so wonderful. In cheesecloth, of course, because that was the era. And there's so many lines from that. The thing is, I will warn people, if you delve into Whoniverse on the iPlayer, you will end up watching it all night, not going to sleep and not being awake to do your breakfast show in the morning. So what can you tell us about coming on board again, Russell? What made you want to come back on board?
Well, having been that boy who's loved it since he was 3, I never stopped loving it. Even when I stopped working on Doctor Who, I kept watching. I watched all the Doctors after me. Still bought Doctor Who magazine every month. I still love it. So I never really stopped thinking of stories. I mean, I've been thinking of those stories since I was about 5. So that's natural. And there was a chance, because the BBC said, let's make it bigger. It's going to go to a big streamer in America. Let's supersize it. And all the words I wanted to hear, really. It's like, yes. And their ambitions for the show absolutely fitted the way I thought the show should go. And do you know what? It simply makes me happy, this show. I thought, go and be happy.
Yeah.
I love
Be
it.
happy.
Yeah.
And you two reunited again. Do you remember the call coming, David?
Well, it sort of emerged, didn't it? Sort of bit by bit. First of all, it was during lockdown, there were these things called the tweet-alongs, where people from the show got enlisted by Emily Cook, who worked for Doctor Who magazine. Just decided, wouldn't it be fun as a sort of international bit of Doctor Who community that everyone presses start on an episode at the same time and tweets along there
across the world.
Yeah, and it sort of grew, and she started, because she worked for Doctor Who magazine, she started pulling in people from the show, and we all got enlisted to watch. Was it Journey's End we did together?
I was the Runaway Bride.
Runaway
first
Bride
of all,
we did
yes.
first. Yeah, and we all watched this episode together, and I don't tweet, but I got through the auspices of my tech-friendly wife. We all joined in, and we just had a really good time.
Yeah.
It was fun, and that led to conversations between Russell, Catherine and myself about, wouldn't it be fun to get the band back together one last time?
And here we are.
And then
amazingly.
suddenly that became like a
I
real
told the
thing.
BBC, I passed that on, thinking, well, I better let them know, just in case. Bang, here we are.
And
Amazing.
here we are.
Yeah.
So the first episode is on Saturday. What can you tell us about it, Russell?
Oh, the
or David?
Star
Yeah.
Beast. It's 3 Saturdays, 3
Yes.
separate stories over the next 3 weeks. The Star Beast brings David back to Earth, David's doctor back to Earth. If you remember from the old show, Donna, played by Catherine Tate, was his companion who had her mind tragically wiped, so she's forgotten him, and if she ever remembers him, she will die. Just like real life, really. And it's an everyday tale. And at the same time, this is good, a spaceship crashes on London, carrying the Star Beast, a beautiful creature called the Meep,
Beautiful
played by
creature.
Miriam Margolyes. Yeah. So all those strands of the story start to come together, and I can't tell you anymore.
No.
Okay, that's it. What a tease.
The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2.
There's so much Doctor Who everywhere. We've got these brand new episodes. Actually, so we haven't just got... in fact, I'm going to play you a little clip. This is Catherine Tate, your dear friend.
Oh, yeah.
As Donna. This is a little clip from the episode on Saturday night, I believe.
There's something so bad the TARDIS ran away.
Yes.
We go and kick its ass!
Wow.
Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. We just did.
Hooray.
Apologies if we're not.
It's
bottom, really, isn't it?
To be specific, Zoe, that's
Yes.
not from this Saturday's episode.
Oh,
That's
gosh, right,
from
okay.
The one after.
Can you tell me anything about
Wild
the one?
blue yonder, scary, weird. No one knows what happens. This is a big secret.
Okay.
You know, for once we've done an episode, no preview tapes, no screenings, no nothing. Just even a synopsis in the Radio Times that gives away nothing. Let's see if that works.
Oh, I like it. You've gone for all different approaches here.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, the 9th of December, The Giggle. Now, I've heard this is scary.
Yeah.
Bonkers as well. Like,
Bonkers.
really. But yes, it's very... What's remarkable about Russell, if I may say to him, as he sits here right next to me, after 60 years, he's still finding new ways to tell Doctor Who stories. There are stuff going on in these 3 episodes. The first one on Saturday night is a wonderful, quite a traditional, recognisably
and
jolly
family
Doctor Who. Yeah.
Nice.
And then the other 2 are unlike Doctor Who stories that have ever been made. There are things that will happen that will have your jaw on the floor. I promise you.
Love that.
Remember that phrase.
Yes, jaw on the floor. And also The Giggle features Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, yes.
We saw some pictures of you filming together. How was that to work with him?
Oh,
David?
he's great.
Yeah.
He is great because he just enjoys getting flung into it, and I mean he needed to get flung into it. He has to do everything, absolutely. He is a man with a myriad skill set, and every one of them is used in this
Oh,
performance.
well, we know he can sing and dance
But he's a
and
magician.
all sorts. He's a magician.
He studies magic. He loves magic, and that's on screen. He's a puppeteer. He does some amazing puppeteering in it. Honestly, he's quite extraordinary, and it's all on screen.
And a capacity for ludicrous accents that you will also enjoy.
Oh,
yes.
It sounds like gold.
Yeah,
so they'll be on Saturday. So first one on Saturday night, and then it will go on to iPlayer.
Yes.
But we have to wait each week for the next episode.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yes, we're not dropping them all at once yet.
Don't
Proper,
spoil us.
And every episode does cliffhang out into the next one, so that's exciting.
Yes,
Great.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
and then it's too much. We have loads of questions coming up from listeners. David in Southampton says, "Can you ask David, out of all the villains you didn't get to face in Doctor Who, which you faced a lot of them? Which one do you wish you could have faced?"
Ooh, David.
I don't think I'm missing any. I think I did
You put
sort
them
of
all?
the full check sheet.
Okay.
Didn't do Ice Warriors.
Didn't do
love?
Ice Warriors. I'm all right with that.
That's why we didn't do them.
Yeah. The War Machines. Missed the War Machines.
Okay. All right. There we go. Great question, David. He says, "P.S. My wife Jane and daughter Daisy love you in good omens."
Well, thank
David.
you very much.
The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2.
Also, there's been a lovely love-in between you guys and Richie
Richie's
this
here.
morning.
I'm so delighted to meet Richie. I love you.
Oh, it's an honour to meet you too.
Oh, Sass.
So
You're
lovely.
brilliant.
And also, did I just hear you say, Russell T Davies, that it's amazing that Richie's not been in Doctor Who yet, and
I
that's
think I must fix this. It's just a crime.
Anderson.
Well, you are wearing a beautiful space jacket this morning.
Yes.
Well, it was planned.
Oh, it's lovely.
That is phenomenal. Russell T Davies, we will hold you to that.
I
by
love
the way.
that. And you, Zoe. And you.
Oh gosh, no, I can't act. I add cheese to
You've done
cheese to
Panto.
cheese. Yeah, once in
Ever seen this lot? We have to pop this one up
1982.
What did you play?
I played. It's ridiculous. I played Cinderella. I was the biggest, largest, most out of tune, weirdest Cinderella there ever was. I've never been asked back.
BBC Radio 2.
This is the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
It does. Feels like Jagger.
These fabulous episodes.
Can I just say, my 4-year-old birdie is listening and dancing furiously to all the song. I've just did a video of her dancing around to the songs. So this bit she'll find really boring.
Yeah.
She'll be like, they're just chatting now.
Sorry, birdie. We'll stop talking about it. There'll be more tunes.
Okay.
But for now, just bear with us.
Oh, birdie. I do love the fact that your gorgeous wife, Georgia, as well, another Doctor Who star.
Yeah.
That's where you met. Is that
Yeah,
where
it is. We met on set,
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness for Doctor Who.
Yes.
Bringing you two together. You don't do a lot of social media, David, but she does do. There's always some great stuff of you that she captures.
She
We love
does.
it.
Yes, I do turn around and there'll be a phone whirring away capturing some content. Yeah.
No, always. There was a little moment, I believe, recently, actually, which I'm trying to find now. Which one is it? Is it there?
Oh.
We're going to find. We found some gold. Here it is. I do believe this was rehearsing for Children in Need.
Oh.
I believe.
It's been a slow start to the day. What time is it now? 3 o'clock, and I've just got on set. Good luck, Children in Need.
It all turned out brilliantly, though.
Oh, well. Yeah, she's got quite a lot of behind-the-scenes content, Russell. We'll pass it by you before...
I think it might need to go through compliance.
Yes.
I feel.
I can't give too much away. My dad once took me to the BBC and I looked inside the TARDIS and then, quite young and naive, went into school and went, well, there's nothing in it. And he went, and I was chased around the playground and excommunicated, quite rightfully so.
But these days it is
amazing.
actually magic. Just
It
for
is
any children
magic.
listening,
Yes,
just so you
it is
understand that.
magic
Yes.
when you go in the
Wait till you
TARDIS.
see the
you're
new
in
TARDIS.
Oh, wait till you see it.
My
Have you
goodness.
had? Do you have a say in what you want there, or is it all the production
Kind
design?
of. No,
you
there's
are
a
amazing.
wonderful designer called Phil Sims, and isn't it, David? It's.
I mean, actually breathtaking. Actually
Yeah.
breathtaking. We see it on Saturday night.
Yes, it's about to be unveiled. We kept it secret. Yes.
I know, so is there that moment where you take David to see the set for the first time and you're as excited as we are about the new episode?
Absolutely. Absolutely it was, especially that TARDIS set.
And
I've
actually,
never
the
seen anything
Doctor
like it.
is excited to see it. That's what's brilliant
Yes.
about it. It's like, wait till you see that moment. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Also, is it true, David, we've been reliably informed, that teachers used to tell you off for talking about Doctor Who when you were young?
I think I did wang on about it quite a lot. Yes, I was quite a fan. I do remember one teacher came in one day with, do you remember those Weetabix cards you could collect with all the different Doctor Who characters on them, and you had to eat, vast quantities of cereal to get the whole set. I remember once one of the teachers came in and just handed me she'd obviously been collecting them for weeks, and she just handed me a collection and completed my collection. And I thought, how did she know? Very touched.
You've been rabbiting on all those lessons.
The whole time. Question for Russell. Can we have K9 back? Rick from Blackpool.
Do you know? I was talking about this the other day. I love K9. Where is K9
Where
now?
is
I think he's in a cupboard in Sarah
Well,
Jane's
you
attic.
should know.
I should know. I would love it, and I will do something about that. Right.
Thank you, Rick from Blackpool.
Thank you, Rick.
You are a great influencer. Zoe, my son and I, this is Finlay, his son, and this is messages from David, have been watching so much Doctor Who. Then it was announced that David was coming back for these special episodes. I wanted to keep David's return a secret from Finlay. So 1 year and 140 episodes later, and so much effort to avoid spoilers, he was totally gobsmacked when we finally got to Jodie's regeneration.
Oh, Finlay!
Well done.
See the magic.
It's all for you, Finlay.
That's beautiful, though.
Oh, thank you, David, for getting in touch. And thank you to Finlay, who may well be listening to this interview, if not live, back on BBC Sounds when
Always
you
available.
can rewind it.
It's the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show. BBC Radio 2.
I've just learned a really fascinating fact. We were talking about how your doctor wore Converse. Nearly didn't wear Converse, David Tennant.
I remember Louise Page's costume designer way back wanted me to wear big old chunky boots.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Which were beautiful.
Yeah.
But I just thought it should be a bit more sort of,
Yeah.
nippy. In your plimsolls, nippy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Pump bag,
Yeah.
kind of.
And we nearly, when we came back again, we thought, let's change it up. But
Pump bag?
Did you not? We had them at school when we took our shoes. I'm going to explain that because otherwise it sounds a bit odd. So we would take our pumps to school in our pump bag. Thank you. And back to the conversation. Just Russell looking at me going,
Pump bag?
Finally
Doctor
lost
Who and
it.
the pump bags. I'm going to write that.
There we go. I expect that will be happening. Thank you. But yes, he nearly wasn't in the shoe he wore. He was nearly
exactly.
in
And we nearly
brand.
sort of rethought it for the 14th Doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it just didn't feel right. Yeah.
I didn't. I love though that each Doctor has their identity. We've seen pictures of Ncuti Gatwa shooting.
Yeah.
His first episode is coming.
That's Christmas Day. Well, obviously, this doctor sitting next to me is not going to stay.
What?
And I said, you're sacked. And, so
that's showbiz.
In the third special, which is your last special, there might be life-changing events coming up.
Okay.
But you've got to watch and find out.
Okay. So I'm again a whole new look, a whole new style. Doctor, can we just say we're very, very excited generally about all Doctor Who-ness. Also on the show, was it last week or the week before, we had Ray Fiennes and Indira Varma in. Ray Fiennes, by the way, said he's never been in Doctor Who, was quite up for it. Russell.
I heard that. Well, they always say that. Then you phone the agent and they say that's £2 million. So it never works.
And it doesn't happen. But I did ask Indira because she is appearing, isn't she?
In the new show, she's in the new season coming up next year.
Okay, we asked her what she could tell us. You are back in Doctor Who very soon as the Duchess. Can you tell us any more?
No. She is not all she seems.
She's such a tea. She's also the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my life. She's starring in Macbeth, but not the same Macbeth as you,
we're
David
both
Tennant.
doing Macbeth at the same time
Yes.
in different places.
Have a fight.
Yes.
Wrestle.
Fight. When does your Macbeth open?
I think the first performance is the 8th of December.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should find that out for definite.
I really should, and make sure I'm there.
Now, it's all sold out, isn't it? Is it
Ours
completely?
it's all gone, yeah.
Oh
it's
my
all gone.
gosh. Okay.
I think you can get D seats.
There's always a return.
There's always a return queue.
Somebody might, might have another event.
It's cold flu season.
Yes.
Someone will drop out.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Someone will not be there. And you'll be
hoping for sickness.
How's it going, by the way? Rehearsal's all good?
It's very exciting and also, stomach churning. But then it should be with 2 weeks to go, I suppose.
Yes, that's exactly how it should be. And Russell, you are consumed with Doctor Who at the moment. Are you sort of penning anything else on the back burner at the...
Oh, no time really.
Right,
It's for the next couple of years, few years even. It's going to be full on Doctor Who. But
just on in.
Glorious. What an empire. It's so much fun. Yeah. Why do anything else?
How much have you shot? How many have you shot?
We're now on to shoot
episodes?
his second season. We make it so far in advance. We haven't even shown his first one, and we're 3 episodes into his second one. So if anyone's got any notes on the first season, tough. We've made it already. We've just moved on.
That's amazing turnover. Oh, there's too much to be excited about.
Do not disturb me. I'm listening to Zoe Ball.
This is the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show. Radio 2.
Looking at the Radio Times, Doctor Who, there you are on the cover. David Tennant with the fabulous Catherine Tate.
Oh, and Jodie Whittaker's in there. We're literally turning the pages now. Gorgeous.
Look at that, all of them. Do you, is there a rule about how many doctors you can have in the room at the same time? Does something happen if there's too many of you?
The Blinovitch limitation effect.
That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Were a few of you got together to screen some of the episodes, didn't you?
We did, but you were still on strike, unfortunately. So David wasn't there, and we had a lovely time without you. It's got to be
all right. Oh, fine. I would come next time.
We had a lovely night with Colin Baker was there, Sylvester McCoy was there. We've seen Peter Davison recently. It's been really lovely. It genuinely is a big family. I know people say showbiz things like that, but it properly is.
Yeah, and I love the shows also where lots of Doctor Who assistants got together too. There is so much gold. By the way, also there's a Doctor Who Unleashed new Access All Areas show going behind the scenes of Doctor Who as well, hosted by Stefan Powell. And this looks rather brilliant. We get to see a bit of the magic behind the scenes, which we all love. Yeah. A bit of BTS. We've had a voice note in for both of you.
Okay.
Have a little listen to this.
Russell, David, it's Michael Ball here. Just to tell you, since it's been dropped on iPlayer, I've been watching all the series of Doctor Who from 2005. I'm currently on series 7? No, 8. I'm on series 8.
We had nothing to do with that one, Michael.
It's so good catching up with it all again. It's magnificent. But there's one glaring omission from the pantheon of all the fabulous storylines that you've had on Doctor Who. Where is the all-singing, all-dancing musical episode? There is a planet somewhere out there in the galactic world that musicals are their language, and you need to rectify this. Can we have an all-musicals episode? And if you're looking for a middle-aged, curly-haired cherub to be part of the cast, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Wow.
What do you think?
He turns up at my house.
Does he?
He turns up at work, begging. No, Ball, no. That's an
He will
absolute
not take it for. So
I'm gonna take legal action.
Is this something? Are we underlining this? Is this the end of it? There will never be a musical episode.
I'm only fighting it because I love him too much. And of course, I want him on. Also on the show.
Wait to see my step ball change.
Oh my goodness me! I don't know if we could handle it. What about Doctor Who the musical on stage? I mean, I'm surprised.
There was kind of one of them.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
If you say it, it will happen.
Yeah.
I think it's
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, fantastic! Can I just say thank you so much? You've been so wonderful. So much Doctor Who out there for you.
Yeah.
Star Beast is on BBC One and iPlayer on Saturday night at 6:30. So much on BBC Sounds, including special My Life in a Mixtape episodes and a 2-part documentary hosted by Whovian superfan she is, Jo Wiley.
Dame Jo Wiley.
Dame Jo Wiley. I know, when is that happening? Is that
Soon.
happening yet? Okay.
It's the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show.
On BBC Radio 2.
Oh, Joan Collins and Louis Theroux tonight.
Come on.
Oh, that'll be excellent. Of
She
course.
visited the TARDIS once, Joan Collins.
Did she?
Yeah, she came for a special guided tour.
Yes.
It was like the Queen had visited.
Oh my goodness me! I'm imagining a plaque and a ribbon being cut and all
There was all
sorts.
sorts. She was wearing a massive Stetson.
Yes. Yes.
Was she? Okay, were you filming in America or that was just for fun?
No, that was just Cardiff.
Okay.
That was just a Cardiff Tuesday for Joni.
A wild card.
Surely Joan's got to be in.
That's surprising that she hasn't been,
She's not
actually.
been in.
No, she could be in the Richie episode. Come on.
Yes,
Let's
Richie
do
episode.
that.
You see, that's the second mention. It is definitely happening, Richie Anderson. His day, honestly.
No.
Do you know what? We've run out of time. I didn't even have a chance to mention this amazing picture, which I'm trying to find out, of Russell many moons ago when you were in Greece as Kaneki.
Yes.
You look so devilishly handsome. Look at you
Why
there.
is that a surprise, Zoe Ball?
No, it's not a surprise. I knew you in your younger days.
Yes,
and we
you
back
did.
up at Granada many
I was at
moons
Zoe
ago.
Ball's 21st birthday party.
Oh, gosh, yes.
I asked a man out and he ran away. I turned around, I said, has anyone seen so-and-so? And someone literally said, yes, he was just running down the road. And I hope he's listening. I hope he's listening.
I know.
Never forgiven.
It was Michael Ball.
that
He's sorry now.
That really happened.
You can watch The Star Beast on BBC One and iPlayer Saturday night at 6:30. It's going to be family telly. We will all be watching. And there's so much Doctor Who on BBC Sounds. It's so... What a thrill to have the two of you in.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
for us.
David Tennant,
Good
Russell
times.
T. Davies. We love it.
Thank you.
Hurrah!
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.